Hey, what's up everyone? LordRyuujin here, bringing you another YouTube video. And I'm finally getting around to doing a lot of the videos that I've been meaning to do ever since the end of last year. A lot of the videos I talked about, things I was going to do, and honestly haven't been getting around to them. I've been kind of scattered brain lately, what with work and trying to take care of all kinds of responsibilities and stuff like that. But I finally have an opportunity to talk about something that I've been meaning to talk to for a while. So this is going to be my review of The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. Now, I got this game when I bought my new Nintendo 3DS, so that tells you about how long ago I got it. I've had this game probably since late November-ish, so a couple months now, and I have to tell you that I enjoy it. I like the style that it does. To me, this is what Four Swords should have been. When I downloaded Four Swords, the anniversary edition that came out for the DSi, this is pretty much what I imagined. I pretty much imagined an online game where you could connect to other people and complete the dungeons. And it's neat that they also give you that option to use doppels, sort of like how you could switch back and forth if you had the single player experience of Four Swords, how you could switch back and forth between the two different links. However, this has its down points, and I'll get to those in a moment, but for the most part I do enjoy it. For people that don't know what this game is, though, it is a follow-up to A Link Between Worlds, which was a single-player epic adventure for the Nintendo 3DS. This is more of a spin-off kind of game. You can play it single-player, but it focuses more on multiplayer aspects, such as being able to connect to your friends on other Nintendo 3DS devices, and it also can allow you to get online and all that stuff. And it's pretty neat. I mean, it has a story to it, which I won't go into any details about here, because the story is kind of a thinly veiled effort at a story, just to kind of keep you semi-motivated. It focuses a lot on costumes, which I think is really nice. It kind of reminds me of Majora's Mask in that aspect, and how with Majora's Mask you had a different mask that you could get that gave you different abilities. This is no different. You can get a suit that allows you to see inside treasure boxes, suits that allow you to gain additional chances rather than just lose hearts when you fall into pits, it allows you to shoot your beam sword, allows you to swim in lava. There's all kinds of different suits that give you different abilities based upon the stages, and that is something that's really nice. That adds an element of strategy to this game on top of what it already has. I mean, you're already talking about a game where you have to get people to work together to cooperatively complete a dungeon. And then when you add on this element on top of it to where you can see the different items, that maybe this person has a suit that gives the arrows more power, and this person has the ability to swim through lava so they can take a lot of the shortcuts, and this person can do this. It really adds that element of strategy that I enjoy. Now, with that said, I did state that there were some down points to this game. As enjoyable as this game is, I feel as though it's very limited, and maybe they had to be, because there's not really a lot that you can communicate. It doesn't allow any kind of voice chat, and that's probably for the best with the way some of the people play online. But, I mean, it gives you the option to basically give commands by tapping the screen, such as telling people to come over here, or a state that you want them to throw, or to use an item and stuff like that. But in that case, it's kind of limited, because if you are somewhere and you're basically saying over here, and you're saying to use an item, you're not really trying to specify, to a certain player what that is, and this, that, and the other. One of the biggest problems that I found with this game, though, is basically finding other people to play. And what I mean by that is that somebody could be playing. You could join you have to have 3 people, first of all, to play online, which I guess is okay. But in a way that's kind of weak. It would be nice if they did like Four Swords did. and allowed you to where maybe if you have 2 people, the dungeon changes slightly. And if you have 3 people, the dungeon changes slightly. And if you have 1 person, then that's fine too. You just play with the CPU doppels. Or have it to where maybe another player, the host of the particular room or whatever, controls the doppel as the third player. It'd be nice to have that option instead of demanding that there be 3 people, because sometimes I've come across it to where I have a second person in the room with me and we're waiting forever for a third person. Also, I feel as though the game, it gives you challenges and it gives you other things to do, but I feel like the game is ultimately weak in a way, in the sense that, yeah, sure, you can get like a fireball and a sword and arrows and all kinds of great different items to use, but again, they're only as good as the people that use them. And I've come across a lot of times to where I've ended up in a dungeon that I've never played before. I don't have the first idea of what I'm doing, and I'm holding back these experienced players because this is the first time that I've ever done it. So you either have an environment like that, or you can just say, hey, well, why don't you just play it offline then and learn the dungeon? Well, going back and forth between the doppels is kind of a pain because you have to use the touchscreen, and then you have to stack for some points, and you have to stack in a certain way, and it does have its annoyances about it. I do ultimately enjoy the game, and I recommend it if you're a Legend of Zelda fan, if you're a multiplayer fan, if you enjoy puzzles like I do. This will be good for you, because this is basically a game which focuses on cooperative dungeon solving, and that's really neat. Although I really do think that the game could have benefited more from things such as maybe like if you join with a friend, you can do voice chat, or, you know, just something more. They are giving you free DLC, adding things like the Den of Trials, and stuff like that, to basically at least keep it interesting. I like how you have to continue to go back to get different items to build suits. That can be annoying though, because the items that you get at the end of completing dungeons is random, and sometimes you might not necessarily know what you're getting, which again, they have a particular suit that allows you to get that, but you have to go through so much effort to get that suit that, I don't know. Ultimately, I enjoy Triforce Heroes. I think it's a good play. I think it's a great game to put in your 3DS. I've carried it around with my 3DS, and even though I haven't been playing it much lately, the past couple of weeks or so, I've been kind of focusing more on playing other stuff. I still leave this in my 3DS just on the off chance that I find somebody that wants to play and I play with them. That being said, though, is it better? No. I enjoyed Link Between Worlds a lot more, and I definitely enjoyed Four Swords a lot more. Even though Four Swords was shorter, I felt as though it was more fleshed out. Because again, the dungeons changed based upon how many players you had, and the boss battles, the game can be completely done in single player because you can just switch between the two. And while you can still do this, again, I don't know. It just feels like there's too much. I mean, yeah, sure, there's different challenges and stuff, people that want to do it, and it's a great challenge for people that want to 100% it. I do enjoy the game, but I'm more of a single-player kind of guy. I enjoy the single-player Zeldas a little bit more than I enjoy the multiplayer ones, but this is still a fun game. I recommend it highly. If you're a Zelda fan, I recommend it. If you just enjoy puzzles or anything, pick it up, try it. Even if you don't want to pick it up brand new, see if you can pick it up in a bargain bin. But definitely try it. It's definitely fun. And I think that I've lost my train of thought at this point, so I apologize for that. Make sure that you leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And I'll try to also amend this maybe through comments or something if I think of other stuff, because I think I had something else I wanted to talk about that I forgot. But anyways, make sure that you leave your thoughts on Triforce Heroes below. Are you playing it? What do you think of it? How could they have improved upon it? Otherwise, thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate you watching if you watched this far. Again, I try to upload videos at least once per week. I might start uploading a lot more than one because I have a lot of videos to catch up on. But otherwise, I thank you for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.